Move your black ass out of my way. The young woman in scarlet Dior, diamonds dripping from her neck, Louboutin heels clicking on marble, shoves past roughly. Her wine glass tilts. Red liquid splashes down a black woman's cream dress. Oops, she smirks. Guess you'll always look dirty no matter what you wear. Her mother, wrapped in furs and pearls, claps her hands. Brittany, you got it all over her! Her father roars with laughter, scotch sloshing in his crystal glass. Good! These people need reminders about their place. The crowd circles closer. Phones rise, recording, laughing. The black woman stands silent, wine dripping down her back, pooling at her feet. But her eyes, ice-cold, deadly calm, see everything. Have you ever watched someone's cruelty destroy them completely? What happened next changed hundreds of lives. 3 hours earlier, Diana Morrison sits in her Mercedes, parked 2 blocks from the Metropolitan Grand Ballroom. Rain taps against the windshield. She reviews paperwork on her tablet. Contracts, donation records, building lease agreements. Her phone buzzes. Ms. Morrison, the Henderson project just cleared final approval. Congratulations. She smiles. Thank you, James. Have the contracts ready Monday morning. Diana checks her reflection in the rearview mirror. Simple black dress, elegant but understated. Pearl earrings her grandmother left her. No flashy jewelry, no designer labels visible. She chose this deliberately. Tonight, she's not here as Diana Morrison, founder of the Morrison Foundation. She's here as D. Morrison, Foundation representative. Just another face in the crowd, just another person her assistant registered weeks ago. The rain stops. Diana steps out, heels clicking on wet pavement. She walks toward the glowing entrance where valets in red jackets open car doors for guests in furs and diamonds. Inside, the Metropolitan Grand Ballroom dazzles. 3 massive crystal chandeliers hang from gold-painted ceilings. Each one probably costs more than most people's houses. White marble floors shine like mirrors. Tall windows overlook the city skyline, lights twinkling in the darkness. Round tables fill the space, covered in white silk. Gold chairs, centerpieces of white roses and candles. A string quartet plays near the stage where the Beacon of Hope logo glows on a massive screen. 300 guests mingle, mostly white faces. Designer gowns in every color. Tuxedos are perfectly tailored. Champagne flows from fountains. Waiters, mostly black and brown, weave through crowds carrying silver trays. Diana notices immediately. Every server is a person of color. Every guest of color came as someone's +1 or sits at the back tables. The front tables, closest to the stage, seat only white families. And there, dead center, sits the Ashford family. Their name blazes across programs and banners. Platinum sponsor, Ashford Development Corporation. Richard Ashford, CEO, sits like a king, his silver hair slicked back. His wife Constance drips in diamonds, necklace, earrings, bracelet. Their daughter Brittany poses for photos, her scarlet dress cut low, her phone always in hand. Diana walks slowly through the room. She listens. Did you see they gave scholarships to 6 inner-city kids? A woman near the bar whispers. 6? That's excessive. Diversity requirements are ruining everything. Richard Ashford's voice booms from his table. He's on his 3rd scotch. We had to hire 3 unqualified candidates last month just to meet quotas. 3! My board is furious. His friends nod, agreeing. Constance pats his arm, smiling. Brittany scrolls through her phone, showing friends something. They laugh loudly. Diana catches a glimpse of the screen, a meme mocking affirmative action. Diana positions herself near the champagne fountain. Not to drink, to observe. She's learned more in 2 hours watching than she did reading donation reports for 2 years. This charity claims to serve all youth in need. Their brochures show diverse children smiling. But their donors? Their board members? Their honored guests? All white, all wealthy, all convinced they're saving the world while making jokes about the people they claim to help. Diana's foundation donated $2.3 million to this organization over 3 years, more than any other donor, more than the Ashfords by almost $1 million. She funded scholarship programs, after-school activities, summer camps for 2,000 children, and nobody here knows her name. Her assistant registered her as D. Morrison Foundation Representative because Diana wanted to see how they treat people they don't recognize, how they treat someone who looks like she might be staff instead of a multi-millionaire donor. She's getting her answer. A waiter, an older black man with gray hair and kind eyes, approaches. "Can I get you anything, ma'am?" "No, thank you." Diana smiles at him warmly. She reads his name tag. Jerome Washington. "You look lovely tonight," Jerome says quietly. "It's nice to see another face like mine here." Diana nods. They share a knowing glance. He moves on, tray balanced perfectly. She watches him serve the Ashford table. Brittany doesn't even look at him. Constance waves him away like he's a fly. Richard grabs a champagne flute without a word of thanks. Diana takes a slow breath. She knew this world existed. She grew up in it, fought her way through it, built her fortune despite it. But seeing it so blatant, so shameless, still makes her jaw tight. She checks her watch. 8:45. The program starts at 9. She'll stay another hour, observe, then leave quietly. Then leave. That was the plan. But then Brittany Ashford wants a photo at the champagne fountain, and Diana is standing exactly where Brittany wants to pose. Brittany Ashford walks toward the champagne fountain, phone raised high. Her 3 friends follow, giggling. Designer heels click against marble. Her scarlet dress swishes with each step. Diana stands 2 feet from the fountain, watching the room. She doesn't notice Brittany approaching. "Excuse me," Brittany's voice drips with impatience. "You're in my shot." Diana turns, surprised. "Oh, I'm sorry, I'll just—" "Yeah, you will." Brittany doesn't wait. She shoulder checks Diana hard as she passes. Diana stumbles sideways, catching herself on a nearby chair. Brittany poses, arm extended, champagne glass raised. Her phone clicks 3, 4, 5 times. "Ugh, the lighting is terrible here." She glares at Diana. "And you're still in the background, can you not?" Diana steps back further. "Of course. My apologies." "Your apologies?" Brittany laughs, loud and harsh. Her friends join in. "God, you talk like you think you matter." One friend, a blonde in blue silk, leans close to Brittany. "Is she even supposed to be here? She looks so ordinary." "Right?" Brittany examines Diana like she's inspecting a stain. "That dress is off the rack, I can tell." Diana stays quiet. She learned long ago when to speak and when to let cruelty exhaust itself. But Brittany isn't done. She circles Diana slowly, phone still recording. "You know what? I'm curious. How did you get in here? This is a $50,000 per table event. Did you sneak in, or are you somebody's charity case?" "I have an invitation." Diana's voice stays calm, even. "I'm representing—" "Representing?" Brittany cuts her off with a cackle. "Oh my God, she's representing someone. Sweetie, representatives sit in the back. This section is for actual donors, people who matter." Her friends laugh louder now. Other guests glance over, interested in the drama. Constance Ashford appears, diamonds glittering under chandeliers. "Brittany, darling, what's taking so long?" Her eyes land on Diana. Her smile vanishes. "Oh, I see the problem." "Mother, she won't move." Brittany pouts like a child. "She's blocking my photo." Constance looks Diana up and down, lip curling. "Young woman, the service entrance is in the back. If you're looking for the staff area, it's through the kitchen." "I'm not staff, ma'am. I'm a guest." "A guest?" Constance's laugh sounds like breaking glass. Honey, guests wear Chanel and Versace. You're wearing, what is that, Macy's? The circle of onlookers grows. 20 people now. 30. They whisper, point, record on phones. Diana feels heat rising in her chest but keeps her face neutral. I'd be happy to move to another area if... If what? Brittany steps closer, invading Diana's space. Wine sloshes in her glass. If we ask nicely... Why would we be nice to you? You crashed our event. I didn't crash anything. I have... Daddy! Brittany's shriek pierces the music. Daddy, come here! Richard Ashford strides over, scotch in hand. His face is flushed red from alcohol. He's a big man, 6'2", broad shoulders, used to taking up space. He looks at Diana like she's an insect. What's the problem, princess? This woman is harassing us. Brittany points at Diana. She won't leave us alone. She keeps following me around. Diana's eyes widen. That's not true. I was standing here when... Are you calling my daughter a liar? Richard's voice booms. Conversations around them stop. The string quartet plays on, but nobody's listening anymore. No, sir. I'm just explaining. You don't explain anything to me. Richard moves closer, using his size to intimidate. Diana can smell the scotch on his breath. You don't belong here. I don't know how you got past security, but this ends now. Ends. Constance touches her husband's arm. Richard, don't make a scene. Just have her removed quietly. Removed? Diana's calm starts cracking. I'm a registered guest. I have every right. Rights? Brittany laughs so hard she bends over. Oh my God, she thinks she has rights here. Daddy, tell her how much you donated tonight. Richard puffs his chest out. $2 million. $2 million. To help underprivileged youth. People like you should be thanking people like me. I see. Diana's voice drops lower. And that donation gives you the right to... It gives me the right to decide who belongs here and who doesn't. Richard snaps his fingers. Drake! Drake! A security guard rushes over. Officer Drake, white, mid-40s, thick neck, crew cut. He carried a radio that crackles with static. Yes, Mr. Ashford? This woman is trespassing. Remove her immediately. Drake doesn't ask questions, doesn't ask for Diana's side. He simply reaches for her arm. Ma'am, you need to come with me. Diana pulls her arm back. Don't touch me. I'm a registered guest. My name is... I don't care what your name is. Drake grabs her arm harder this time, fingers digging in. You're leaving. Walk or be carried. Your choice. This is illegal detention. Diana's voice stays steady despite the grip on her arm. You're violating my rights. Brittany films everything, grinning. Ooh, she knows big words. Did you learn those from watching Law and Order? The crowd laughs. Some look uncomfortable but say nothing. Others nod approvingly, glad someone's handling the situation. Jerome Washington, the older black waiter, watches from 10 feet away. His jaw clenches. His hands form fists around his tray. But he can't intervene, can't risk his job, can only watch. Wait. Constance holds up one manicured hand. Drake, don't just escort her out. Take her to the security office. We need to call the police. The police? Diana stares at her. For what? Trespassing. Fraud. Possibly theft. Constance examines her own nails casually. Who knows what else you've done tonight? Better safe than sorry. Richard nods, grinning. Excellent idea, darling. We should press charges. Make an example of her. Can't have people thinking they can just sneak into these events. I didn't sneak. Liar! Brittany shouts, then suddenly dumps her wine glass. Red liquid cascades down Diana's back, soaking into cream silk. Cold, wet, humiliating. The crowd gasps. Someone giggles. Phones rise higher, recording everything. Oops! Brittany's voice rings crystal clear. Maybe if you weren't blocking the champagne table like hired help, this wouldn't happen to people like you. Wine drips down Diana's dress, pools at her feet, dark red against white marble. She stands frozen, feeling every eye in the ballroom on her. Richard throws his head back, laughing. "Brittany, darling, you should be more careful around the staff." Constance fans herself, trying not to laugh too hard. Well, perhaps she'll be more aware of her place now. The circle of guests erupts in laughter. Some clap. Others whisper excitedly, already texting friends about the drama. Diana turns slowly. Wine drips from her hair, down her neck. Her $800 dress is ruined. She looks at Brittany, at Richard, at Constance, at Drake, at the laughing crowd. Her face stays completely calm, but her eyes, those eyes, burn with something dangerous. "Did you just assault me?" Her voice is quiet, controlled. Brittany snorts. "Assault? Please, sue me." "Oh, wait. You probably can't even afford a lawyer. What are you going to do, represent yourself?" More laughter. Louder now. Drake tightens his grip on Diana's arm. "Enough! You're coming with me. Now!" He pulls her toward a side hallway. Diana doesn't resist, doesn't fight. She walks with her head high, wine-soaked dress clinging to her back, dripping a trail across pristine marble. Brittany's voice follows them. "Get her out of here! And somebody clean up that mess before it stains!" The crowd parts like water. Diana catches Jerome's eye as she passes. He mouths something. "I'm sorry." She gives him the smallest nod. Drake shoves her through a door marked "Staff Only." It slams shut behind them. The music fades. The laughter becomes muffled. Diana stands in a narrow hallway, fluorescent lights buzzing overhead. Her heart pounds, but her breathing stays even. She knows what's coming next. She's been here before. Different place, different time, but same hatred. The only difference? This time they have no idea who they're dealing with. Drake pushes Diana into a small storage room. Metal shelves line the walls, stacked with linens and cleaning supplies. One flickering fluorescent light hums overhead. No windows. One door. A security camera blinks red in the corner. "Sit down." Drake points to a folding chair. "Don't move. Don't touch anything." Diana remains standing. "I'd like to call my attorney." "You'll do what I tell you." Drake positions himself in front of the door, arms crossed. His radio crackles. "Police are on their way. You can explain everything to them." "I'm the victim here. That woman assaulted me." Drake laughs, short and sharp. "Right. That's what they all say." Diana studies him carefully, notes his body language, his tone, the way he's already decided she's guilty. She's seen this before, knows exactly how this plays. She sits down slowly, hands folded in her lap. Wine still drips from her dress, pooling on the concrete floor. "I need my purse." Diana keeps her voice level. "It has my identification." "Your purse is evidence now." Drake pulls it from where he set it on a shelf. "We'll inventory it when the cops get here." "That's illegal search and seizure without—" "Lady, save the legal talk. I've been doing security for 15 years. I know my rights." "Do you know mine?" Drake's jaw tightens. He says nothing, just stares at her with cold eyes. 10 minutes pass in silence. Diana counts seconds in her head, stays calm, stays focused. The camera in the corner records everything. Finally, voices in the hallway. Drake opens the door. 2 police officers enter. The first, Officer Matthews, white, early 30s, muscular build, buzz cut. His hand rests on his belt near his weapon. His eyes scan Diana like she's already guilty. The second, Officer Rivera, Latina, late 20s, smaller frame. She looks uncertain, uncomfortable. She hangs back, watching. "This her?" Matthews asks Drake. "Yeah, the family wants to press charges. Trespassing, possible theft, assault." "Assault?" Matthews looks at Diana. "You assault someone?" "No, I was assaulted. Diana gestures to her wine-stained dress. By Brittany Ashford. There are witnesses. Matthews ignores her. He turns to Drake. What's the family's statement? She crashed the event. They caught her acting suspicious. When confronted, she assaulted the daughter. That's completely false. Diana stands up. I have an invitation. I'm a registered guest. My name is Diana Morrison. I represent... Sit down. Matthew's voice cuts like a blade. Nobody told you to stand. Officer, I'm trying to explain. Sit down. Matthews steps closer, using his height to loom over her. Rivera shifts uncomfortably. Matthews, maybe we should... Rivera, go talk to the family. Get their official statement. Rivera hesitates, then leaves. The door closes. Now it's Diana, Matthews, and Drake. Matthews pulls out a notepad. Name. Diana Morrison. Address. Diana recites her home address, a penthouse in the city's most expensive building. Matthews smirks. Right, and I live in a palace. Try again. That's my real address. You can verify... We'll verify everything. Matthews moves to the shelf where Drake set Diana's purse. Let's see what we've got here. You need a warrant. We have probable cause. The family reported theft. That gives us the right to search. Matthews dumps the purse's contents onto a metal shelf. Diana's wallet falls out. Designer leather. Her keys. Mercedes key fob clearly visible. $800 in cash, neatly folded. Credit cards. An American Express black card catches the light. Matthews picks it up, examines it. This is yours? Yes. Sure it is. He flips it over, reading the name. Diana Morrison. Could be anyone's card. Could be stolen. It's not stolen. That's my card. My name. Drake leans in, looking. She probably lifted it off someone at the event. The Ashfords said she was hovering around guests' belongings. I wasn't hovering around anything. Diana's calm starts fracturing. I was standing near the champagne fountain when you decided to crash a charity event you couldn't afford? Matthews pulls out business cards from the wallet. He reads one aloud. Diana Morrison, founder and director, Morrison Foundation. He laughs. Anyone can print fake business cards. Do you get these from Vistaprint? Those aren't fake. Call the foundation. Verify my identity. This is all a misunderstanding. No misunderstanding. Matthews leans against the shelf, arms crossed. Here's what I see. A woman who doesn't belong at a high society event. Fake cards. Probably a stolen credit card. Cash that's likely stolen too. And when caught, she assaulted a prominent family's daughter. I didn't assault anyone. She poured wine on me. Matthews moves fast, suddenly in her face. You want to calm down? Or should I add resisting arrest to your charges? Diana forces herself to breathe slowly. I am calm. But you're not listening. I'm listening just fine. You're trespassing. You don't have an invitation. The event coordinator already confirmed. No Diana Morrison on the guest list. Because I registered as D. Morrison Foundation representative. My assistant made the reservation weeks ago. Call her, call the foundation, call anyone. We'll make all the calls we need. Matthews pulls out handcuffs from his belt. After you're processed, stand up. You're arresting me? For what? Trespassing, fraud, assault. Take your pick. Rivera returns, looking pale. Matthews, I talked to the family. They're insistent about pressing charges. The daughter is pretty upset. Of course she is. Matthews moves toward Diana. The victim usually is. Stand up, hands behind your back. Diana stands but doesn't turn around. Officer Matthews, I'm asking you one more time. Please verify my identity before you make a serious mistake. The only person making mistakes here is you. Matthews grabs her wrist, yanking it behind her back roughly. Pain shoots up her arm. You're hurting me. Then don't resist. He grabs her other wrist, twisting both arms. The metal cuffs click tight. Too tight. They bite into her skin. Diana winces but doesn't cry out. She won't give them that satisfaction. The door opens again. Richard and Constance Ashford enter, Brittany behind them with her phone raised, recording. "Officers, thank you for responding so quickly." Richard's voice booms with authority. "We want to press full charges. This woman trespassed, harassed my family, and assaulted my daughter." Matthews nods. "We've got her in custody, sir. She'll be processed and charged." "Excellent." Constance examines Diana with disgust. "People like this think they can infiltrate our spaces and nothing will happen. It's good to see the consequences." Brittany circles Diana, phone recording every angle. "Say hi to my 50,000 followers. This is what happens when you try to crash where you don't belong." Diana keeps her eyes forward, refuses to look at them, won't give them content for their social media. "What's your name again?" Brittany shoves the phone closer to Diana's face. "Oh wait, you probably gave a fake one. What's your real name? Shaniqua? LaQuisha?" Her parents laugh. Drake chuckles. Rivera looks at the floor. "You know what's funny?" Brittany's voice drips with poison. "You actually thought you could fit in, with your cheap dress and your fake confidence? Did you really think nobody would notice? Did you think we wouldn't smell the poverty on you?" Diana's jaw clenches. Her hands, cuffed behind her back, form fists. "Brittany, darling, don't waste your breath." Constance pulls her daughter back gently. "She's not worth it. Let the police handle the trash." Richard turns to Matthews. "Officer, we want her charged with everything possible, and we're considering a civil lawsuit. She's damaged my daughter emotionally. My wife is traumatized. This kind of violation of our safe space cannot stand." "Understood, sir." Matthews tightens his grip on Diana's arm. "We take these matters seriously." "One more thing." Richard pulls out his phone. Pulls out. "I'm calling our attorney. He'll want to be present for the processing. We're going to make sure this goes all the way." He dials, steps into the hallway. His voice carries back. "Tom? Richard Ashford. We have a situation at the Beacon Gala. A woman trespassed and assaulted Brittany. Yes, assaulted her. Police have her in custody, but I want you here to ensure proper charges." Constance examines her nails. "How long until she's processed?" "We'll take her to the station now," Matthews says. "Booking takes a few hours. She'll see a judge in the morning." "Perfect." Constance smiles coldly at Diana. "I hope you enjoy your night in jail. Maybe it'll teach you about boundaries." Brittany snaps one more photo. "This is going to get so many likes." Diana finally speaks. Her voice is quiet, steady, terrifying in its calmness. "You should delete that." Brittany laughs. "Or what? You'll sue me from jail? With what money?" "I'm giving you advice. Delete it now." "Advice?" Brittany leans in close, her breath wine-sweet. "From you? The woman in handcuffs? That's hilarious." Drake's radio crackles. A voice comes through. "Drake, we have a situation. Chief Brooks just arrived. He's asking about the woman you detained. He sounds upset." Drake's face changes. "Chief Brooks? Why would the chief—" The radio crackles again. Different voice. Deeper. Authoritative. "Drake, this is Chief Brooks. Where is Diana Morrison? Tell me you did not handcuff her." Matthews and Drake exchange confused glances. Richard comes back in, phone still to his ear. "Who's Chief Brooks?" The door flies open. It slams against the wall with a bang that makes everyone jump. Chief Samuel Brooks fills the doorway. 6'3", 50 years old, black. Dress uniform pristine, medals gleaming. His face, pure fury. "Remove those handcuffs, now!" Matthews freezes. "Chief, this suspect—" "She's not a suspect." Brooks's voice could cut steel. "She's Diana Morrison, Anna, founder of the Morrison Foundation, one of this city's most prominent philanthropists. and you just violated her civil rights. The room goes silent. Richard's phone slips in his hand. What? Brooks steps inside, followed by two senior officers. He moves to Diana, examining the handcuffs cutting into her wrists. These are too tight. Matthews, remove them or I remove your badge. Matthews fumbles with keys, hands shaking. The cuffs fall away. Diana rubs her wrists. Red marks circle both, deep and angry. Brooks' jaw tightens. He turns to Matthews. Suspended. Effective immediately. Badge and weapon. Chief, I was responding to— Now! Matthews hands over his badge and gun, face white. Brooks points at Drake. You're fired. Security license suspended. Leave. Drake stumbles out, speechless. Mayor Patricia Wilson appears on Brooks' phone via video call. Black woman, 50s, in evening wear. Sam, is Diana all right? Handcuffed and humiliated. By my department. The mayor's face hardens. Ms. Morrison has been my personal guest at City Hall over 30 times. She's donated $50 million to city programs. Brittany's phone clatters to the floor. Howard Sterling rushes in, sweating, bow tie loose. Ms. Morrison? Oh, God. Your assistant registered as D. Morrison Foundation representative. I thought you sent staff, not— You assumed. Diana's voice is ice. Sterling pulls up donor records with shaking hands. Shows Richard and Constance. Morrison Foundation. Total donations. $2.3 million. Our largest donor. Richard's scotch glass shatters on concrete. Brooks steps closer to Richard. Ms. Morrison also owns the building where Ashford Development leases their headquarters. Richard's face drains of color. She— What? Lease renewal in 90 days. You assaulted your landlord. Constance grabs her diamond necklace, swaying. No, this can't. Brittany scrolls frantically. Daddy, her foundation funds 50 programs. The governor tweeted about her last week. She's— Out of your league, Diana finishes. Jerome Washington appears in the doorway, phone raised. I recorded everything. The whole assault. It's all here. He plays the video. Brittany deliberately pouring wine. Richard and Constance laughing. Their cruel words are crystal clear. Two other staff members step forward. We filmed it too. Sterling pulls up Brittany's Instagram on his tablet. Miss Ashford posted it herself. 35,000 shares in 40 minutes. It's everywhere. Brittany lunges for her phone. Delete it. I have to. Screenshots are forever. Brooks shows his own phone. News outlets already have it. You documented your own crime. Diana straightens. Wine-stained dress and all power radiates from her. Officer Matthews, you denied my rights. Illegal search, excessive force. She shows her marked wrists. Threatened false charges, all on camera. She turns to the Ashfords. You assaulted me. False imprisonment. Public slander. Incited police misconduct. Richard's voice breaks. Ms. Morrison, please, this is a misunderstanding. No. Diana's voice drops dangerously low. This is assault, battery, defamation, civil rights violations. You committed crimes in front of 300 witnesses. Constance whispers. The lease. Our building. 90 days. Diana lets it sink in. 40% of your revenue comes from that location. Richard can't speak. His mouth opens. Nothing comes out. Brooks hands Diana water. What do you need? Full investigation. Every violation is documented. Done. Diana looks at Sterling. My foundation suspends all donations. Have your board call my attorney. Sterling's face crumbles. Other donors will follow. We'll lose $8 million. Then you should have had better security. She walks to the door. Everyone parts. She pauses at Brittany. Delete that post. It's about to become evidence. Brittany drops her phone again, hands shaking. Diana walks out, head high. wine-stained dress trailing like a flag. The door closes. Inside, silence. Richard's phone rings. His COO. He doesn't answer. Constance collapses into the folding chair, makeup running with tears. Brittany stares at her screen. 40,000 shares now. Comments flooding, people recognizing Diana, posting photos of her with senators, governors, business leaders, the truth spreading faster than their lie. Drake's radio crackles outside, other security guards talking. Did you hear? Drake detained Diana Morrison. The Diana Morrison. He's finished. Through the walls, the gala continues. Music plays. But word spreads fast. Whispers multiply. Guests checking phones, seeing Brittany's post, seeing the truth. The Ashford name, once golden, turning to ash in real time. Richard finally speaks. His voice was barely audible. What have we done? Nobody answers. The shattered Scotch glass at his feet spreads wider. Just like the consequences. Just like the end of everything they knew. Diana walks back into the main ballroom. Every conversation stops. 300 faces turn toward her. The string quartet plays on, but nobody listens. Her wine-stained dress catches chandelier light. She walks with her head high, Chief Brooks at her side. Richard Ashford rushes after her, stumbling slightly. Ms. Morrison, please wait. Let's discuss this rationally. I'm sure we can reach an understanding. Diana keeps walking. Doesn't slow down. Doesn't look at him. Ms. Morrison! Richard's voice grows desperate. Please. Just 5 minutes. Let me explain. She stops. Turns. Looks at him with eyes that could freeze oceans. Explain what, Mr. Ashford? Explain how you assaulted me? How you had me handcuffed? How did your daughter poured wine on me for entertainment? The entire ballroom hears every word. Phones rise. Recording. Again. It was a mistake. A terrible mistake. Richard's voice cracks. If I'd known who you were. If you'd known? Diana's voice cuts like glass. So, assault is acceptable as long as the victim isn't rich? Richard's mouth opens. Closes. No answer comes. Constance appears, mascara streaked down her cheeks. She grabs Diana's hand. Diana pulls away. Please. Constance's voice breaks. Please, we're sorry. We're so sorry. It was wrong. Everything was wrong. You're sorry you got caught. Diana's tone stays ice cold. You're sorry I'm not who you thought I was. Behind them, Brittany stumbles out, crying. Real tears now. Her phone clutched in shaking hands. I didn't know. I swear I didn't know. Brittany's voice sounds small, broken. I made a terrible mistake. Please, I'm begging you. Diana looks at her directly. You didn't know my identity, but you knew I was a human being. That should have been enough. Brittany collapses against a wall, sobbing. Guests whisper loudly now, loudly, not even trying to hide it. That's Diana Morrison? Oh my God, the Ashfords attacked Diana Morrison? Her foundation donated millions here. She owns half the commercial real estate downtown. The Ashfords are finished. Sterling makes an announcement, voice shaking through the microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Beacon of Hope, I want to issue a formal apology to Ms. Diana Morrison for tonight's inexcusable treatment. Scattered applause, nervous, uncomfortable. Effective immediately, we're implementing new security protocols. Guest verification will be thoroughly reviewed, and the Ashford family is banned from all future events. Gasps ripple through the crowd. Richard's face goes white. That's not necessary, Richard starts. It's necessary. Sterling's voice is firm now. You violated our most generous donor. You used our event as a platform for assault. You're no longer welcome. The business associates, men who laughed with Richard an hour ago, quietly move away. Check phones, text assistants, distance themselves. Diana's phone buzzes. She glances at the screen. Her assistant. Ms. Morrison, your phone has been ringing non-stop. Channel 7 News wants a statement. So does Channel 4. The mayor's office called 3 times. And Mr. Ashford's COO is calling about the lease renewal. Diana types back. No statements tonight. Tell the mayor I'll call tomorrow. And tell Ashford's COO the lease discussion is postponed indefinitely. She looks up. A news crew has arrived. Reporter Cassandra Mills, black woman, 30s, sharp eyes, approaches carefully. Ms. Morrison? Cassandra Mills, Channel 7. Can you comment on tonight's incident? No comment at this time. My attorney will issue a statement. Is it true you were handcuffed? Diana shows her wrists. Red marks are still visible. Cameras zoom in. That image will be on every news channel by morning. Cassandra's eyes narrow. And the Ashford family assaulted you? My attorney will address everything. Thank you. Diana moves toward the exit. Brooks escorts her. The crowd parts like water. Near the door, Jerome Washington stands in his waiter uniform. Their eyes meet. Diana stops. Thank you for the video, Mr. Washington. Jerome nods, eyes wet. I'm glad I could help, ma'am. What they did to you, I've seen it happen too many times. Usually, nobody with power cares. I care, and this won't be forgotten. Outside, rain has started again. Diana's driver pulls up in her Mercedes. Brooks opens the door for her. My team will contact you tomorrow, Brooks says. Full investigation. I promise you that. I know you will. Thank you, Chief. Diana slides into the car. The door closes. Through tinted windows, she watches the ballroom entrance. Richard stands there, phone pressed to his ear, arguing with someone. Probably his board. Constance sits on the steps, head in her hands. Diamonds glittering uselessly. Brittany leans against a column, staring at her phone. Comments are still flooding in. The internet doesn't forgive. Sterling rushes between them, trying to manage the disaster. Failing. The car pulls away. Diana closes her eyes. Exhaustion hits suddenly, but also something else. Satisfaction. Not revenge. Justice. There's a difference. Her phone buzzes again, this time a text from an unknown number. She opens it. Ms. Morrison, this is Teresa Gonzalez. I'm a housekeeper. 5 years ago, Richard Ashford fired me when I complained about racist comments. I have documentation. Can I help your case? Diana's eyes open. She sits up straighter. She types back. Yes, my attorney will contact you tomorrow. Thank you for your courage. Another text. Different number. Ms. Morrison, I'm James Webb, former Ashford Development employee. They passed me over for promotions 3 times, promoted less qualified white candidates. I have emails. Can I help? Diana smiles. Small, grim, determined. She forwards both messages to her attorney with one line. This is just the beginning. The car drives through rain-slicked streets. Behind her, the Metropolitan Grand Ballroom glows in the night. Inside, the gala continues. But everything has changed. The Ashfords' world is burning, and Diana Morrison holds every match. Week 1. Police Internal Affairs interviews 47 witnesses, reviews body cam footage, security videos, phone recordings. The evidence stacks higher each day. Officer Matthews' record gets pulled. 12 prior complaints of racial profiling. 8 excessive force allegations. 2 pending civil rights lawsuits. All buried, all ignored. Until now. Drake's employment history surfaces. Fired from 2 previous security firms for discriminatory enforcement. Both incidents hushed with settlements. Diana's legal team, Johnson & Associates, files multiple lawsuits simultaneously. Criminal charges against Brittany. assault and battery, hate crime enhancement, civil lawsuit against the Ashford family, $4.5 million, federal lawsuit against Matthews and the police department, lawsuit against the venue for negligent security. The media devours it. Day 3, CNN runs the story. Philanthropist assaulted at charity gala. Diana's face on screen. Then Britney's Instagram post. The contrast is stark, damning. Day 5, national coverage. The Atlantic writes, "When privilege meets accountability, the Diana Morrison case." Britney's social media gets dissected. Years of racist jokes, mocking comments about affirmative action. Screenshots spread everywhere. Old videos surface. Richard at a conference. "We're forced to lower standards to meet diversity quotas." Constance at a luncheon caught on camera. "I'm all for helping those people, but they need to stay in their neighborhoods." Everything they said in private, now public. Week 2. Ashford Development loses 3 major contracts. Companies release statements. "We stand with Diana Morrison. We do not tolerate discrimination." Stock drops 34% in 10 days. Shareholders panic. Emergency board meetings. Diana's foundation announces the lease decision. No renewal. Ashford Development must vacate in 90 days. $15 million in revenue. Gone. 40% of their business. Vanished. Former employees come forward. Dozens of them. Teresa Gonzalez, housekeeper. Fired for complaining about racist comments. She has recordings saved for 5 years. James Webb, former project manager, passed over for 3 promotions. Less qualified white candidates were promoted instead. He kept every email. Sandra Williams, executive assistant, sexually harassed by Richard for 2 years. HR ignored her. She documented everything. 23 former employees total, each with stories, each with proof. Diana's foundation creates a fund. $5 million for legal representation. Anyone discriminated against gets free legal help. The floodgates open. Month 2. Britney's criminal trial begins. The courtroom was packed, cameras everywhere. Prosecution presents security footage. Britney deliberately poured wine, her face twisted with malice. "Maybe if you weren't blocking the champagne table like hired help." "You people really don't know your place," Jerome Washington testifies. This was deliberate cruelty. The Ashfords treated anyone they saw as beneath them like garbage. 3 other staff members testify. Same pattern of behavior. Expert witness Dr. Patricia Coleman explains. The language indicates clear racial animus. Terms like "you people," "your place," these are documented expressions of racial hierarchy enforcement. Defense tries character witnesses. Britney's friends testify. "She's not racist. She has black friends." Cross-examination destroys them. "Name one black person Miss Ashford considers a friend." Silence. Britney takes the stand. Fatal mistake. "I didn't mean it racially, I was just upset." The prosecutor pulls up her social media history. Years of racist posts. "Did you mock Black Lives Matter? That was a joke. Did you comment they should be grateful on a post about slavery reparations?" Britney's lawyer objects. Too late. Jury saw everything. Deliberation takes 4 hours. Verdict: guilty on all counts. Sentencing 2 weeks later. Judge Maria Torres presides. "Miss Ashford, you committed an assault motivated by racial hatred at a charity event for underprivileged youth. The irony is profound. The lack of remorse until consequences arrive is noted." Britney cries. Real tears now. 18 months in the county jail. 2,000 hours of community service at organizations serving communities of color. Fine of $250,000 paid to Morrison Foundation. Mandatory diversity training. 5 years probation. Britney screams. Constance faints. Richard catches her. The civil case settles before trial. Terms are brutal. $4.5 million to Diana. She donates every cent to her foundation. Public written apology in 5 major newspapers. Full-page ads. 500 hours of community service for each family member. Richard must implement comprehensive DEI training at his company. Independent auditor for 3 years. $10 million fund for employees who faced discrimination. The apology runs on Sunday. Richard, Constance, and Brittany's faces above paragraphs of lawyer-crafted contrition. Everyone knows forced apologies aren't real apologies. Officer Matthews faces federal charges. Pleads guilty. 2 years federal prison. $50,000 fine. Permanent record. No law enforcement job ever. Pension revoked. 8 other victims sue the city. City settles. $2.7 million total. Chief Brooks implements reforms. Quarterly bias training. Community Oversight Board. New complaint procedures. Officer Rivera is promoted. Leads training. The venue settles. $500,000. Money creates scholarships for security professionals from underrepresented communities. Month 4. Court-mandated public apology event at community center. 50 people attend. Media cameras roll. Richard reads from the prepared statement. I allowed privilege and prejudice to blind me to basic human decency. I failed as a father, a businessman, and a citizen. I am deeply sorry. Constance, hands shaking. I remained silent when I should have spoken up. Silence is complicity. I am ashamed and working to change. Brittany, eyes red. I weaponized my privilege to harm someone. I caused pain for entertainment. I am ashamed and committed to real change. Diana sits front row, arms crossed. When they finish, she stands. I accept your apologies formally, but apologies without changed behavior are meaningless. I hope your discomfort leads to growth. I hope your consequences lead to genuine transformation. But I will be watching. She leaves without staying for questions. Outside, Teresa Gonzalez waits, the former housekeeper. Thank you, Ms. Morrison. I got my settlement. Because of you. Diana hugs her. You got it because you were brave. You kept records. You spoke up. James Webb is there too. Sandra Williams. 12 others. All former Ashford employees. All with settlements now. All with justice. They thank Diana. She thanks them back. You made this possible. Your courage. Your evidence. This isn't just my victory. It's ours. The group photo makes evening news. 17 people who stood up to power, and won. 6 months later. Diana Morrison stands at the floor-to-ceiling windows of her foundation office. Morning sun streams through glass. Below, the city wakes up. Traffic hums. People walk to work. Life continues. Behind her, the wall displays photos. Scholarship recipients in graduation gowns. Legal aid clients holding settlement checks. Community programs. Children learning, playing, growing. Her assistant Maria Rodriguez enters with coffee. Your 9 o'clock is here. Another discrimination case. Restaurant worker. Manager called her racial slurs, then fired her when she complained. Diana turns from the window. Show her in. The Morrison Foundation's Justice Equity Fund operates at full capacity now. $10 million budget. Legal representation for discrimination victims across the city. 127 cases in 6 months. 89% success rate. 11.3 million in settlements and judgments won. But it's more than numbers. It's Teresa getting her back pay. James getting the promotion he deserved 5 years ago. Sandra pressing charges against her harasser. It's change. Real change. Slow but steady. Diana's TED Talk went viral. When dignity meets power, transforming personal pain into systemic change. 8 million views in 2 weeks. Invitations pour in. Speaking engagements. Panel discussions. Interviews. She accepts carefully, chooses platforms that amplify the message, not just her story. Because this was never about her alone. The Ashford family's journey continues too. Brittany completed 6 months in county jail. Now she works at a youth center in a predominantly black neighborhood. Court-mandated community service. Last week, Diana visited unannounced, watched through a window. Brittany sat with teenage girls, helping with homework. Her designer clothes were replaced with simple jeans and t-shirt. Her phone was put away. Actually listening. Was it genuine or performance for probation officers? Time would tell. Richard's company survived. Barely. Revenue down 40%. He implemented every reform the settlement required. Hired Angela Davis as Chief Diversity Officer. She reports directly to the board, not to Richard. Real power. Real authority to make changes. Constance joined the board of an anti-discrimination nonprofit. Shows up to every meeting. Volunteers weekly. Whether from guilt or growth, she shows up. Officer Matthews serves his federal sentence. 7 other victims sued successfully using his conviction as evidence. The city paid. The department changed policies. Chief Brooks's reforms continue. Quarterly training. Community oversight. Officer Rivera trains new recruits personally. Teaches de-escalation. Teaches respect. The ripple effect spreads wider. 14 cities reviewed their charity event security protocols after Diana's case. 3 passed new legislation protecting guests from discriminatory treatment. Similar cases emerged nationally. Victims citing Diana's case in their lawsuits, using her victory as precedent. The hashtag #DignityNotDonations trended for weeks. Organizations everywhere examining how they treat people based on perceived status. Jerome Washington got promoted, banquet manager now. He implemented staff protection policies, training for all security, 0 tolerance for discrimination. His voice matters now. Maria brings the new client in. Young black woman, early 20s, nervous but determined. Ms. Morrison, I'm Ashley Carter. Thank you for seeing me. Diana gestures to the chair. Tell me what happened. Ashley's story pours out. Harassment, slurs, wrongful termination. She has text messages, witness statements. Everything is documented. Diana listens, takes notes, sees herself 6 months ago. Same determination, same refusal to accept injustice. We'll take your case, Ashley. My legal team will contact you this afternoon. Ashley's eyes fill with tears. I can't afford... The Justice Equity Fund covers everything. That's why it exists. Ashley breaks down, crying. Relief, hope, justice within reach. After she leaves, Diana returns to the window. Her phone buzzes. Message from Chief Brooks. Ms. Morrison, thought you'd want to know? Matthew's case led to review of 47 other officers. 6 more suspended pending investigation. Change is happening. Thank you. Diana smiles. Small. Satisfied. Her secretary buzzes. Ms. Morrison, Channel 7 wants to do a 6-month follow-up story. Tell them yes. But I want to feature the Justice Equity Fund clients, not just me. Because that's the point. One wine-stained dress became a symbol. One moment of humiliation became a movement. One woman's refusal to accept degradation became justice for hundreds. But it's not about revenge. Never was. It's about systems. Changing how people think, how they treat each other, how power gets checked when it abuses the powerless. The Ashfords learned privilege isn't protection. Brittany learned actions have consequences. Matthews learned a badge doesn't grant permission to discriminate. But more importantly, hundreds of people without Diana's resources found hope. Because one woman stood up, stayed calm, documented everything, and refused to let cruelty win. Diana's phone buzzes again. Email from the mayor. Invitation to speak at the city council about expanding anti-discrimination protections citywide. She accepts. The work continues. Every day, every case, every person who walks through her door seeking justice. The wine-stained dress hangs in her office closet. She kept it. Didn't clean it. Evidence. Reminder. Symbol. If this story moved you, ask yourself, would you have stayed silent? Would you have recorded? Would you have spoken up? Your answer matters, because the next Diana might not have her resources, but they'll have witnesses. They'll have voices. They could have you. Share this story if you believe dignity isn't negotiable. Comment below. Have you witnessed injustice? What did you do? Subscribe for more real stories of justice served. Follow for updates on the Justice Equity Fund. Here's what I want to know. The Ashford's apology came after consequences, not before. Does punishment create genuine change, or does it just create better hidden prejudice? Drop your thoughts below. And remember, someone's watching, someone's recording, and someone like Diana is always closer than you think. Justice delayed is justice denied. But justice served? Justice serves to change everything.
Diana Morrison isn't just standing tall, she's changing the entire system. 127 discrimination cases, 89% won, $11.3 million in justice delivered. But here's what really matters. See, Diana could have just taken her settlement and walked away, but she donated every single cent back to her foundation, because this was never about revenge. It was about making sure the next person, the one without her resources, without her connections, would have a fighting chance too. That wine-stained dress, she kept it, didn't clean it. It hangs in her office as a reminder. Dignity isn't negotiable. Your worth isn't determined by how much money you have or what dress you're wearing. It's inherited. And when people forget that, there are consequences. Now, I want you to think about something. Have you ever witnessed someone being treated like they don't belong? Maybe at work, maybe at a restaurant, maybe somewhere you felt powerless to speak up? Here's the truth. Most of us would never have Diana Morrison's resources, but we all have something she had that night. A phone, a voice, and a choice. Jerome Washington was a waiter. He recorded everything. His courage mattered just as much as her millions. So, here's my questions for you. If you saw what happened to Diana that night, would you have been Jerome, or would you have been the crowd that just watched and clapped? Drop your answer in the comments. Hit subscribe if these stories matter to you, because somewhere right now, someone needs a witness. And remember, justice isn't just served, it's chosen every single day.